Hello and welcome to the channel. Math Magic. The story revolves around a young man in an Arab land who is skilled in counting birds, which catches the attention of a man riding a camel. The man is impressed and takes the young man on his camel, promising him a job with the king. On their way, they encounter three brothers who are arguing over how to divide their late father's 35 camels, according to his will, half to the eldest son, one third to the second son, and one ninth to the youngest son. The problem arises because dividing 35 camels as per the will doesn't work out perfectly. The young man solves the problem by adding his own camel to the herd, making the total number of camels 36. This allows the eldest son to receive 18 camels, the second son 12 camels, and the youngest son 4 camels, all of which satisfy the conditions of the will. The three brothers are happy because they receive the camels they are promised. But the young man who has no camel of his own also gets a camel as part of the solution. In the end, the three brothers get 34 camels in total, while the young man gains one camel without owning any originally. The story emphasizes the power of mathematics to solve practical problems and concludes with the young man continuing his journey to the king's palace. Now, in details. The story begins with a young man living in an Arab land, sitting on a sand hill and counting birds flying in the sky. He carefully writes down the numbers in the sand. The man riding a camel passes by and notices this unusual activity. He is surprised to see that the boy is able to count the number of birds flying in large groups accurately. Curious, the man stops and asks the boy how he is able to do this. The young man replies that he worked as a shepherd for a rich man and learned to count sheep every day, which helped him become skilled in counting. Impressed by the boy's activity or ability, the man offers him a job and invites him to come with him. The boy accepts the offer and the two set off on their journey. As they travel, they encounter three brothers who are quarreling. The brothers are trying to figure out how to divide their father's 35 camels according to his will. The father's will specifies that the eldest son should receive half of the camels, and the second son should receive one third of the youngest son should receive one ninth. However, dividing 35 camels according to these fractions doesn't work out perfectly. The young man listens to the brother's argument and calmly declares, "It is very easy." He then suggests adding the camel they are riding on to the herd of 35, making the total number of camels 36. This way, the camels can be divided according to the father's will. The eldest son receives half of 36, which is 18 camels. Second son gets one third of 36, which is 12. Youngest son receives one ninth of 36, which is 4 camels. All three brothers are happy because they receive exactly what was promised to them in the will, even though the amounts are slightly off when using 35 camels. However, the situation has another twist. The total number of camels, that is 36, is reduced by 34 camels, that is 18 plus 12 plus 4, leaving the young man with one camel The young man who had no camels of his own is now the happiest of all because he not only solved the problem but also received one camel as part of the solution. In the end, the three brothers are happy with their share of camels, but the young man gains the most, both in terms of the solution to the problem and the camel he receives. The story highlights the magic of mathematics as the young man's knowledge of math helped solve a difficult problem in a creative and practical way. The two Arabs, the young man and the camel rider, continue their journey to the king's palace, where the young man is likely to be rewarded for his intelligence with a job. The lesson from this story is that mathematical thinking can solve real world problems in unexpected ways, as demonstrated by the young man's clever solution to dividing the camels.